Hello dear student, how are you all? I think everyone are fine there. So student, today we are going to discuss a very important portion of class ninth literature and grammar portion. So student, do you know what? Yes, figures of speech. What are they? Figures of speech. So student, did you heard this? Okay, a grammar portion somewhere. Yes, this is a grammar portion, but it is taken from the poem, it is taken from the extract, it is taken from the lesson, it is taken from the chapters. Okay, the content, the story which is given there in the lesson and the poem, some of the sentences, some of the lines were be chosen and they were kept here in the form of these words like simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, okay, on onomatopoeia, then hyperbole and idioms. So these all are the words, they are called here figures of speech. So student, let's begin what is a figures of speech and when to use these figure of speech like simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, okay, onomatopoeia, hyperbole and idioms, okay, when it is asked there in the exam. So student, these words which are given here in the bubbles can be find out with the help of the phrase, with the help of the sentence. So student, let's discuss what is a figure of speech and how many types of figure of speech are there in English. Understood? So student, before beginning with the figure of speech, I hope everyone have seen all the parts of the poem Wind and you have written the question and answers in your literature notebook. Yes or no? So it should be perfect one. There should be perfection in your work, because if you complete your work on time, then you wouldn't be left behind from another student. So everyone should do your work perfectly and maintain a good notes in your notebook. So student, I am telling you once again, सबका काम गृह कार्य सभी का कंप्लीट होना चाहिए। अगर मैंने यह कंप्लेंट सुना कि किसी ने भी अपना गृह कार्य नहीं किया, उनके घर स्पेशली विजिटिंग स्क्वाड को भेजा जाएगा और उन्हें उनके बुक्स के साथ यहाँ पर स्कूल में लाया जाएगा और तुम्हें वह वर्क यहीं पर कंप्लीट करना पड़ेगा। सो स्टूडेंट, it is an alert to each and everyone, so keep it as an first warning. So complete your work on time and as soon as you complete it, send me there in the WhatsApp. I'm going to see it out. Okay, so student, without a further go, and let's be started with the new topic and the beautiful topic here, figures of speech. Okay, so student, here we will learn about the figures of speech with the help of this animated and a scrolling video. So here we have figures of speech. See, what is figures of speech? Let's read it out, this extract which is made up by a various research and with a various experience of your teacher. See, figure of speech is language can be used in two ways. Okay, this figure of speech is defined in the form of language which is used in two ways. What are they? Literally and figuratively. Okay, literally and figuratively. Okay, so here literal language is direct and uses the real definition and meaning of the words and phrases. So what is literal language? What is literally? Here you will get the meaning and the definition of the sentence directly. You wouldn't be jumbled up. Okay, you wouldn't be confused. So something which is said by the first person to the second person or to the group of the person, it is a very simple and the lucid, everyone can understand its language. But what is figuratively? Figuratively means here, but when we talk figuratively, the meaning of any word or phrase will depend on the context in which they are used. See here, when we talk about a figuratively language, here the meaning of any word or phrase it or sentence, it depends on the context, it depends on the situation, okay, when they are used. Let's say for example, a figure of speech relies on such figurative language and rhetoric. Okay, figurative and rhetoric have a same meaning. The figurative you can give a very different meaning, okay, a different definition. For an example, this figure of speech is totally based on this figurative language. Yes, it is based on figurative language. So student, memorize once again, the figure of speech is not based on literary language. It is not based on literal language, though it is based on figurative language. Okay, let's begin with another paragraph. Yes, fine. When using figures of speech, the words will diverge from their literal meanings, okay, to give a more stylized and specialized meaning to these words. Let us take for example the phrase fast like lightning. The phrase is fast like lightning. See, this phrase merely implies great speed, okay. It does not mean literally as fast as lightning, okay. Example, here we have example. On hearing the school bell, the kids ran out of the class as fast as lightning. So student, here we have one figurative language. Which language? Figurative language. Figurative language means figure of speech. Figure of speech means figurative language. So here we have one phrase, fast like lightning. When this fast like lightning given in one sentence, on hearing the school bell, the kids ran out of the class as fast as lightning. So student, when you hear the school rings or a school bell, you take out your tiffins and get outside to the classroom because you are hungry by listening the classes of the teachers and you will eat your food. Yes or no? In the same manner, here the phrase as fast as lightning is given. So student, can you find out which figure of speech it is? Yes, which figure of speech? Is it simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, onomatopoeia, hyperbole or idiom? Which figure of speech it is? Yes, it is simile, where the word like, as, okay, though or similar is used here. Then we can use here the figure of speech simile. Okay, let's discuss about each and every figure of speech which is given here and briefly. So here we have another sentence. What it is? Types of figure of speech. Types of figures of speech. See, now there are dozens of types of figures of speech, but here we will be focusing on the 5 main ones we use in our daily prose. So there are the 5 main figure of speech which we use in our daily prose or daily poems. So the first main figure of speech is simile. What it is? Simile. See, simile figure of speech. A simile is a figure of speech that uses comparison. When to use simile and when to use simile and why do we use simile? The simile brings the comparison in between the sentence. Let's say for example, in a simile we use 2 specific words, for example like and as. So student, in the example here what we have read, yes, the class as fast as lightning. So you got the words as or as. Then which figure of speech it is? It is simile. So you can find out by these words, as or as, like, etc. So if these words are given there in the phrases, then you can find out this sentence is simile. Okay, the simile figure of speech is used here in this sentence. Okay, then let's read quickly about the remaining portion of the simile. See, now this is done to bring out the dramatic nature of the prose and evoke vivid images and comparisons. It is one of the most common forms of a figure of speech and is used in everything from day to day talk to poem. So student, here what we have learned about the simile, we have learned about this paragraph, and we have learned like if they are in the sentence, in the phrase, in the idiom, if we will get these words, for example like or as, then it is called here simile. Okay, now here we have example. Let us see some example of simile. She is as brave as a lion. So a pronoun she, a girl. Here the quality of the lion is given to pronoun she, to the girl. So here the words used here as or as. In which figure of speech it is? It is simile. Here you will notice a girl and her bravery are being compared to a lion. This is an unusual and illogical comparison, but it brings out the vivid imagery and lyrical quality in the sentence. The literal sentence would have read, she is brave. Okay, finally what meaning we have got? She is brave. But an example is given for her bravery about the lion. So in the form of as and as, then simile figure of speech is used here. But using the simile makes it sound much better. That's why we have using the simile figure of speech. Other such example can be, let's see other example. Here you will get other example. For an example, okay, here, quite like a mouse. So the word here like is used here in this sentence. So like is simile. Okay, as tall as a mountain. Okay, as tall as a mountain. Someone given the quality of mountain by the words as, tall as, then it is simile. Then as strong as an ox. Someone given the quality of ox, okay, in the form of strong. So as and as is simile. Then precious like an angel. So like is used here, then what it is? Simile. So this sentence is in the form of simile poetic device or a figure of speech. Now students, comes to the metaphor. What is metaphor? Here the first sentence reads out, a metaphor and a simile are quite similar actually. So student, metaphor and simile are quite similar. A metaphor also uses compare to things that are in no way similar. It does so to bring out the symbolism. A metaphor is a word or phrase used to show its similarity to another thing. It helps to explain an idea, but if you take a metaphor at its literal meaning, it will be sound absurd. See student, this is a definition of the metaphor. So metaphor and the simile are similar actually. Okay, a metaphor is a word or phrase used to show its similarity to another thing. Okay, it will brings out the similarity to the another thing, then it is called here metaphor. Then what else? A metaphor at its literal meaning, it will sound absurd. So metaphor cannot be used in the literal meaning, it should be used in figurative meaning. Okay, to tell something in a form of idiom. Okay, then we can use here metaphor. Okay, do you know पहेलियाँ? In Hindi it is called पहेलियाँ. कोई भी सीधी बात नहीं करना चाहता. ओके, ऊट पटांग की बातें, पहेलियाँ बनाना, तो उसे हम क्या कहते हैं? फिगरेटिव लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश में. लिटरल मीनिंग, लिटरल लैंग्वेज मतलब सीधी बात करना. ओके, उसे ऊट पटांग की तरह नहीं बताना, उसके पहेलियों की तरह नहीं बताना, सीधी मीनिंग. ओके, एक सीधी बात, तो उसे हम लिटरल मीनिंग कहते हैं. ठीक है. सो स्टूडेंट, लेट्स बिगिन विद द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ मेटाफर. एन एग्जांपल ऑफ अ मेटाफर इज Alex is a chicken. Alex is a chicken. Okay, literally this sounds so very absurd, so it is sounding very absurd, but this is a metaphor which suggests that Alex is a coward or frightened. It compares or implies that Alex is a chicken to bring out the symbolism. Some other examples are love is a battlefield. Love is a battlefield. All the world's a stage. All the words a stage. That technology is a dinosaur. So something given a different meaning, okay, in such a sentence is called here metaphor. So student, did you understood from this? Okay, the example which is given here, okay, in the paragraph. Okay, fine, might be you have understood. Then student, comes here, which one? While a simile and metaphor, yes, simile and metaphor seem to be very similar, there is one basic difference between the two. In a simile, the comparison happens with the help of the words as and like. A metaphor will not have either of those two words. So student, here what difference we can bring in between the simile and metaphor? When we can read the sentence and read the phrases, in the sentence and in the phrase, if we find the word like as or like, then that sentence can be called here the figure of speech belongs to simile. If we read the sentence where the meaning of something is changed into another meaning directly without the word like as or like, then that sentence meaning can be called there. Yes, it is called in the form of which figure of speech? It is metaphor. So student, this is a part 1. What it is? It is a part 1 of figure of speech. Here in the part 1 what we have discussed, we discussed about the simile and metaphor. And student, I would like to say you that please pause the video, watch each and every paragraph what we have discussed, okay, with the help of this scrolling video. Note it down in your literature notebook and revise it once, twice and thrice, and get the real meaning of the simile and get the real meaning of the metaphor. So student, what you have to do, you should write down each and everything single point what we have discussed, then make 2 columns and bring out the differentiation in between simile and metaphor. So whatever the points you will get about the simile, okay, in this video write it down just below to the simile, and whatever points you will get to the metaphor, write it down just below to the metaphor. So student, understood? So this is a part 1 of the figure of speech. Here you will learn the simile and metaphor, and in the coming video we are going to discuss about the remaining figure of speech, a main figure of speech which is used in our daily language. So student, okay, have a perfect note of it, make a perfect notes in your notebook and send me there in the WhatsApp where I am going to check it. And one more thing student, tomorrow you will have a test on the, okay, no, for you don't have a test, so make a proper note of it. The test is for the 10th and the 8th standard. Your test is already over on Saturday and I have got the marks structure there. So I am going to keep it there in the file, okay, and it should be submitted there. So those who have not attended, okay, for them a strict action will be taken. So student, for the time being, watch this video thoroughly and have a note of it and send me the pics in the WhatsApp. Okay student, have a nice day. Bye bye.